this game started. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. Trying to move them on the counter. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking to move it through the air. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending.
Second down coming up. Quarterback will keep it. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always around, just exhausting.
The Tar Heels are on the move. Smith wants to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Randolph. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Here on 2nd and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Smith dropping to pass. Looking for the score. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Bulls his way forward. He has the first and still on his feet. Afterburners coming. He's at the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
My goodness, you're backed up just trying to give yourself some space on offense. Forget that. I'm taking this thing 98 yards to the house. You know what's nice? To almost break the 100-yard rushing mark in one play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Release to the back. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And it's not panic time yet for this offense, but last week was a really bad performance. This week, starting off a little bit slow. They got to find some form of rhythm. They got to find some way, get a few first downs, get some playmakers involved, because right now they just seem out of sync.
They'll get down and put a stop on this return. They'll mark it at the 32. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
To the air on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. He's got it on the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Boston College.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Finds his way for three after the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Randolph. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. There's great defensive linemen. The ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking to go up top on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. Smith dropping to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
And the Tar Heels look to do some damage in the red zone. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Boston College, 14. North Carolina, 0.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field.
29 Philly. 2
The give on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Drop It's Kaiser. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's off to the races. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end, nor the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Got enough space, and he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Boston College! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've gotten nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, David.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Hey, 3rd down and short, you know the quarterback absolutely is going to be a part of the run game. The defense was not fooled, flew up, made the tackle, stick that fist in the air, 4th down coming.
On 4th down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Eagles. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
North Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And your North Carolina Tar Heels will take over 1st and 10.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Now on second down. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain.
Now, fourth down.
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UNC. The AT unit on the field. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. So a drive there of 85 yards. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football in.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Kaiser. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
He'll send out 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 4. He'll take it himself. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
BC back to work after picking up the first down.
Here we go.
He wants to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jones. Shakes off the defender. They get him down after he makes the catch. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quarterback adapting. He'll let it go down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking for a man. It's Kaiser. Getting some heat. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
In the waning seconds of the first half, doesn't hurt to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will boot it away to start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver shows motion. This is a designed run. Crosses the 45. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
And these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route. If he's
throws toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel you.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or game tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistent.
Fires toward the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like, he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends, they got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
Smith dropping to pass. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. They almost got a 1st down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Now on the move. He's going to have enough to pick up the 1st down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
After trying the running game on 1st down, they come to the line on 2nd down. Now the play fake. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the 2nd half.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Catch in the middle, it's Taylor. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that 1st down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Boston College. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board. And that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. And not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
First down for this offense.
42 Spider.
Goes to the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a crease to the left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Boston College! And the pummeling has started. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Houston came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks at H-Town had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
They go to the draw. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
First down, Tar.
Ready, fight.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Boston College 42,
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, North Carolina.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. Brings up second down.
Line getting set on second down. They keep attacking through the air. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here late in the fourth quarter.
Looking for the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Looking to the big tight end. It's incomplete. A fourth down stop and the turnover on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Using his feet. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The RPO, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers, I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
He's got his man. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle. He's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. You think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on their own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood, listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Looking to throw, it's Kaiser. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They want that clock to run. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this off.
Fires the pass, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Got him downfield. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
On the double.
Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They want to run this quarterback. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Off play action. He rifles one deep down the middle. It's complete. A huge pickup.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Quarterback keeps it. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
3rd and goal, where the strong come through. Quarterback keeper. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Smith wants to throw. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive. After this, it'll be a wrap.
42 spots.
And off to Jones. And after they get him on the ground, that's going to do it.